Hi, this is Stephanie Miller from The Stephanie Miller Show. Please enjoy this exclusive clip from my show on Political Voices Network.
Joyce, where has Jack Smith gone in, afoul in this? Or what is it that he can glean moving forward?
Right. So in this piece, I try to emphasize that Jack Smith, who has been dealt in some ways a bad hand with some of the decisions that we've seen Judge Cannon make, the delay in the Supreme Court, I think has performed really admirably. And the problem that we face as a society is that there's this real malaise, this sense that Donald Trump and Donald Trump alone isn't subject to the dictates of the criminal justice system. So this is an institutionalist point. I know it's become a little bit of a dirty word, institutionalist, but I believe we need strong courts, and that it goes without saying that no defendant is above the law. But somehow Donald Trump has perpetuated this myth that he alone is above the law.
This latest level of Trump humiliation. Can I just say, Joyce Vance said the same thing we said yesterday, and Tristan Snell said, does he get to have his attorney there? No one gets to have their attorney there. Why is there? They got to stop me. I understand the not in the courtroom security and other, convicts being identified and blah, blah, blah. He's just a problem. He's chaos wherever he goes. So I understand that part. But they have to stop giving him special.
Yeah, why couldn't the probation officer fly down to Florida, be there in person,
Right.
do all the blood tests and the urine tests and everything? And
Right. Yeah, no,
New York
exactly.
could have spent that little bit of money to do that.
Exactly. Remember, it's like Bush and Cheney got to go together and hold hands to the 9/11 thing so they can get their lies straight, or the Iraq investigation, whichever. I'm having a hard time keeping war crimes apart. Can we just get a group deal with Netanyahu and Bush and Cheney still at The Hague? Is it too late?
A group deal?
Well, Jackson.
Yes, a group deal. We'll resend them all to The Hague.
Yeah, we're sending with a Groupon.
Yes. Can you get a Groupon for war crimes, Chris?
As soon as Jack Smith is done with Donald, he can go and prosecute them at The Hague.
Sure.
Fantastic. Okay, so, but here's the thing. So I was listening to Joyce Vance this morning, and, what they determine at this, please talk amongst yourselves.
Oh, okay.
You know what?
Yeah, that look you gave
Jody
me was
buries
like...
me under a tsunami of new things when I've done all my old things from yesterday and then last night and then this morning, and then what happens? There's more things. There's always more things.
Like new things, like Trump wants to bring back the draft?
Oh, yeah, there's that.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten to that yet.
It's a long article.
Oh, my God. Okay, here's my point. Joyce Vance just said, so they look at background, social background, financial background. Oh, okay, well, convicted of financial fraud, rapist. I saw that again from the judge. He said it commonly...
It's rape.
Yes, thank you. Mental health. How about they just play the shark thing to evaluate the mental health thing? Physical health. Oh, dear Jesus. How about have them try to do, one push-up or one sit-up? Remember the presidential fitness exam we had to take?
Yeah, I remember those.
One of those things. Do one.
Pull-ups were my nemesis.
Same.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that thing sucked. I hated that.
A friend of mine tried to get me to do...
I could do better now than I did in school.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
A friend of mine tried to get me to do pull-ups at the gym for the first time in 40 years. And I'm like, I'm not going to be able to do it. I'm not going to be able to do it. I'm not going to be able to do it. I did it. I did 10 of them. I'm like, okay.
This explains why Chris looks like the Hulk today. Because then did they kick sand in your face?
It was wide grip.
Wide grip and
I was able to do 10 of them. I'm like, okay, go me.
Good
Girls don't have the same shoulder strength. I'm very weak in my shoulders. That's where I use the pink weights is this shoulder press.
If you're doing pull-ups with shoulders, then you're doing it wrong.
Oh, well, no wonder. Okay, let's move on through our probation review.
All right.
What?
It's these muscles.
Right.
It's also your lats.
Yeah.
All right. I'm coming with you today to do some pull-ups at the gym.
Oh, God. We're going to go to the gym together?
Oh, no. Don't do that.
Me just hang in there like that cat. Hang in there. Hang in there. It's almost Friday. Just feel like the boneless cat. Chris, lift me. Okay, anyway.
Just tie a knot and hang on.
Tie a knot and hang on. It's almost Friday. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. All sorts of information lines. The judge needs to decide what's the most appropriate sentence under the law for this defendant. It's so funny how Joe Biden is really old and decrepit until it's time for sentencing, and now Jonathan Turley and others are like, oh, he's so elderly. Trump is such an...
Yeah, he is elderly.
2 years younger than Biden.
Saying that he's elderly, though, that's
right.
fantastic.
Anyway, Joyce Vance said what's so unusual here is Donald Trump had his lawyer sitting next to him. Trump has to have a lawyer. Making sure his answers don't subject him to any sort of inappropriate write-up in the report is a little bit startling. This is supposed to be a candid conversation between a convicted defendant and a probation officer. Yes, once again, we ask, why does he get special treatment?
Because there are 2 tiers of justice.
And do you think the guy did the actual physical, no, don't speak? Do you think he actually put his hand, no.
No, don't speak. Don't speak. Don't speak. No, silence.
I just saw the hand come into the
Don't
Zoom call
speak.
from the side.
Just from the Zoom call, just a hand. Okay, I had
Then he could have done the nipple thing with the hand.
Oh, yeah, that thing. That weird thing that you do.
thing that Chris does. Okay. Oh, someone said for my big lie about my age, I need to circle much higher if I'm going to say that I'm 42.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or get a lift
All
like
right,
I did.
had to, Jody, this, I know, I understand many of us are so annoyed by him and his speech, but I just, this is one of those I had to print the transcript as well, because I was like, I saw little clips yesterday, but I was like, was that shark electric boat thing as crazy as
It's worse reading it almost.
I know, you would move away from this person at a bus stop. This is...
You know, I have one simple request, and that is to have sharks with frickin' laser beams attached to their heads.
Right. So I just thought because yesterday was the mental fitness, probation review, the fact that this, how many pages does this go on? Imagine listening to this in 110 degree heat. But Joe Scarborough made this point this morning that, and I've said this before, any one of whatever, if Joe Biden did any of this, we're just, but he was talking once again about the mainstream media, just like, oh, well, have you read this thing? Have you heard any of it? It's so insane.
It's harder. It's more weird when you read it.
And it's a Sir story. It's a Sir with tears in our eyes story.
Right.
So it's complete bull. Some boat owner. What did he also say? He sells hundreds and hundreds of boats every month. Does anyone sell hundreds and hundreds?
No.
No.
Not even the best boat dealers in the
He
world.
sells hundreds. He's a terrific guy. Anyway.
And he's from MIT.
He's not from...
He's like, a boat dealer from
No,
MIT?
That's how he referred to the guy.
No. Trump said he was referring to himself because he always says the thing about his uncle went to MIT.
Oh, okay.
But he didn't go to MIT.
I know. I'm like, what? You drove by it? He's like, oh, I'm very smart, probably because the connection to MIT. What do you mean connection? You drove by once? Your uncle went there? Oh my God. MIT,
I have a friend who went there. That doesn't make me smart.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I watched Rachel Maddow. She went to Stanford.
That doesn't make
I
me
watched
smart.
Joy Reid. She went to Harvard. Okay. Anyway, I just, so it started. We have a country that's in trouble. We're going to end the mandate on electric. One day they want to make all boats too.
Yeah.
Okay, there's no mandate to make all boats electric.
No.
Let's just start with that. I went to a boat company in South Carolina. The boat, I said, how is it?
What? How's the
It
boat?
floats?
Or the company?
He said, it's a problem, sir. They want to make all electric boats. Okay, this is just complete. This is like a story that's not just crazy. It's just completely based on a lie.
Right.
Like, none of this happened.
That's his stock
I
and
love
trade.
this part. Hang on. So I said, let me ask you a question. He said, nobody ever asked this question. So before you asked the question, he said, no one's ever asked this? He starts to lose the thread of his own story
Right.
before. And that's where he says, and it must be because of MIT, my relationship to MIT.
His uncle went there.
We're going to Boston soon for Sexy Liberal.
Yes.
I'm going to be Harvard adjacent. So my relationship with Harvard. My relationship to MIT, very smart. He goes, I say, what would happen if this boat sank from its weight? And you're in the boat, and you have this tremendously powerful battery, and the battery's now underwater, and there's a shark that's approximately 10 yards over there. Is this going to come up on the debate, do you think? Is this going to be on the test? By the way, a lot of shark attacks lately. You notice that? A lot of shark. Just a lot of shark. Singular. All right, should we let him tell a little? Yeah, because it's even stupider when he says it. Okay, here we go. All right. Yeah.
Because of MIT, my relationship to MIT
is
very
what?
smart. He goes, I say, what would happen if the boat sank from its weight, and you're in the boat, and you have this tremendously powerful battery.
Oh?
And the battery's now underwater.
Oh, no.
And there's a shark that's approximately 10 yards over there.
Oh,
motorboats have batteries.
Someone was watching
All
open.
motorboats have batteries.
Right.
And they're maritime batteries. They can get wet.
Yeah.
Someone watched a Shark Week marathon and was having nightmares. Did you
We
watch?
have a battery
Did you watch
park in
Open
here.
Water again?
We had boats, like ski boats, growing up. I water skied all growing up, and all boats have batteries.
Yeah. Okay. All of them.
Are you trying to make some cogent points about this story? Is that what you're trying to do?
No.
No.
We're saying
please.
how dumb he is.
But yeah, he's like amazed that boats have batteries.
Right. It's new for him.
By the way, a lot of shark attacks lately. Do you notice that? A lot of shark. I watched some guys justifying it today. Well, they weren't really that angry. They bit off the young lady's leg because of the fact that they were not hungry, but they misunderstood who she was. These people are crazy. He said there's no problem with sharks. They just didn't really understand a young woman swimming now really got decimated, and other people too. A lot of shark attacks. So I said,
Oh, so the girl should have used the technique that you used at Studio 54 in the 70s. She should have said, "Don't you know who I am?"
Well, the shark is in the bear's house.
No, shark is in the shark's house.
Oh.
She's in the shark's house.
And he's talking about sharks in Nevada where
I'm sure that family enjoyed that story. It's good.
Well, he's also talking like shark attacks are a new thing.
Right.
Hey, and in Nevada?
Wait, Chris, there's more.
Oh, God.
so there's a shark 10 yards away from the boat, 10 yards, or here. Do I get electrocuted? If the boat is sinking, water goes over the battery, the boat is sinking. Do I stay on top of the boat and get electrocuted? Or do I jump over by the shark and not get electrocuted? Because I will tell you, he didn't know the answer. He said, nobody's ever asked me that question.
Well,
I said, I think it's a good question. I
No.
think there's a lot of electric current coming through that water. But you know what I'd do if there was a shark or you get electrocuted? I'll take electrocution every single time. I'm not getting near the shark. So
Okay.
we're going to end that. We're going to end it for boats. We're going to end it for trucks.
Okay. All right. You know what? As excited as we all are, Donnie, let's not skip ahead to the sentencing. We're just at the probation hearing. We can figure out all that, electrocution or shark.
So, is he saying that?
Since we're doing everything differently for you. Yes.
Is he saying that electricity is in the shark's house?
Yes.
Yes, and I think Chris, he
Electric
went on
eels.
to say that if you drink bleach and shove a UV light up your ass before you jump in the electrocuted shark water, you'll be fine. And also don't forget the horse paste, because sharks hate that.
Stay out the woods too. Don't go fooling around with the bears either. The bears will eat you up. That's what they supposed to do because you in their house. When animals come in my house, they end up on the plate. They get ate up. So the same thing happens when you go to their house. So stay out of the ocean, okay? That's the sharks.
House.
Can you imagine how excited the shark would be to see me laying up on the plate in his house?
I mean, duh.
I love that lady. I love Shark's House lady.
Yep.
Bear's house, Shark's house.
They end up on the plate.
Chris, I know that we have a lot else to talk about. It's just how C-wordy Martha Ann is this morning.
Oh my God.
Oh, she hates
But
the
it's
game.
just,
She hates the game.
She really hates
Can
the
we
game.
stop to take, like when John Comstock hit me in the stomach with a basketball during a dodgeball game when I was in 4th grade, we have to stop every now and again and go, oh my God, that guy is possibly could have the nuclear codes again, that guy.
Martha Ann, she
Yeah.
gets triggered way too easily.
Yes, she does.
Super C-wordy.
Wow.
Wow-wee.
What a snowflake.
They're all about revenge. Can I just say that
yeah.
whole party?
Oh, yeah.
Kevin McCarthy's going on a tour to primary the people that voted against him, like Nancy Mace. Trump's supporting Mace, even though she's attacking his stupid followers. I can't keep up with them. Martha Ann's going to get revenge against everybody. I can't figure out, where does she get her wigs? Because,
Hey all, Glenn Kirshner here. I hope you'll join me on my new audio podcast, Justice Matters. I'll be using my 30 years as a federal prosecutor and Army JAG to unpack, break down, and explain the legal issues of the day, particularly where the legal intersects with the political. Please look for Justice Matters with Glenn Kirshner wherever you generally get your podcasts.